My name is Marina Mentzel, and I'm the founder and CEO of urSwim. So urSwim has been in existence for about 10 years. We are a swim instruction and aquatics management company. So we staff lifeguards for all sorts of commercial clients. We started franchising in 2021 and sold our first franchise last year. So really looking forward to bringing more amazing partners into our system. So our business, we started in 2013, so we've been in business now for 10 years. And as I thought about how to most effectively scale, for me, I knew that I wanted to build a franchise. I knew how important it was to invest in other community members who were really committed to providing the type of life-saving skills we provide, and franchising was how I was gonna do it. So for me, it was definitely a little bit of both. I had always admired certain brands, and once I started to really kind of figure out, okay, well, how is that brand able to do that? You know, the one common denominator was franchising. So I was like, okay, if I want to build an iconic brand, this is the route that I'm gonna pursue. So I was lucky enough to, do my due diligence, and I actually met, Steve and SMB at conference, and, the rest is history. For me, I had been a swim instructor and lifeguard pretty much my entire youth. And one of the questions I always got posed was, can you provide this service in my home? And it was kind of like a light bulb went off. I kept coming back to that singular question. And, I said to myself, you know what, let me just see how much money I can generate if I go out and I venture off and I provide this type of service in people's homes. And from there, it kind of snowballed. And, I think people really value having that safety skill taught in their very own backyard. I think they value having professional lifeguards protecting their homes. And then ultimately, we obviously now have an indoor year-round non-brick and mortar model, as well as doing the commercial lifeguard staffing. So it really was about making sure that we met our customers where they needed us and were able to provide that skill and that training. I think for us, an ideal candidate is someone who is a mayor in their town. They're willing to go advocate and bring awareness to our industry. Drowning is the leading cause of death for children under the age of 4. So making sure that they're providing access to their community is really important. And ultimately, someone who is able to really curate and manage a staff are really two important skills that we look for, and someone who's motivated and ready to have fun. One of the things that we are really proud of in our brand is that, there are 2 verticals. So we do offer year-round swim instruction as well as that professional lifeguard service. So depending on what really serve the needs of the community and serve the needs of the franchisee will determine sort of what the day in the life looks like. But I would say, for us, it's someone who, really loves engaging with the customers, really loves mentoring staff, and is really ready to just dive on in. So when I started to do my due diligence as to who I wanted to bring on as supporters and vendors in launching the franchise, I looked at a few different consultants. And the reason why SMB really stood out from the competition was their willingness to go above and beyond, the willingness to pick up their phone call or answer the email. And this is well before I was their client. They were so generous with their resources, their network. And for me, it felt like they were invested in the relationship and the long-term success, whether I used them or I didn't. And that was really important to me. And I've now known Steve and SMB for years, and they were one of the first people I called when I closed my first franchise. I still regularly communicate, so they're a vital part of my success, and hopefully look forward to more continued success with SMB. So today we are at the SMB Summit. This is really a group of people that come in ready to learn, ready to share information, and ready to really give resources. As an emerging brand, I look up and look forward to seeing other franchisors in the space, other vendors, other supporters. So it's just a great time to come in and just really learn and network with each other. For me, franchising is really about shared resources. We can do so much more when we do together. And I say it all the time, I drank the Kool-Aid. I would never launch a business from scratch, and I do not recommend it. Look at franchises, look at different brands. There's such a wealth of people there to support you. It is an investment well made. So, community for sure. At SMB, it's all about the relationship.